Did you hear about what's going on in China, their newest venture?
Not at all.
China plans to launch an artificial moon to light up the night skies.
What?
Instead of street lights like we have around here, I mean, that's too old school technology. They're going straight with, like, let's put a Death Star up in the air that lights up
That's no moon.
the sky.
That's a space station. It's too big to be a space station.
I mean, our conspiracy-minded brains, they're launching a massive satellite the shape of the moon.
Our conspiracy-minded brains are saying, and I quote, I've got a bad
That's no
feeling
moon.
about this.
The night skies might soon have company. Chinese scientists are planning to launch an artificial moon into orbit by 2020 to illuminate city streets after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists are hoping... I mean, does that not sound like the worst explanation ever? Scientists are hoping to hang the man-made moon above the city of Chengdu, the capital of China's southwest.
So the problem was they're like, so we've got these nights, but they're just way too dark to be sleeping and shit. We need to light this thing up.
The hours that Chinese people work, they're probably like, it's getting too dark to have these people out working 20 hours a day.
Right.
We gotta put another moon in the sky.
These kids are getting way too much sleep.
Why didn't they just put an artificial sun in the sky? Just extend the workday out.
Why don't they just do like we do here in the States and have, like, at the nighttime jobs, just have a pot of coffee ready to go whenever you need it.
Right. Scientists are hoping to hang the man-made moon above the city of Chengdu, the capital of China, Chuan province, according to a report in the Chinese state media. The imitation celestial body, essentially an illuminated satellite, will bear a reflective coating to cast sunlight back to Earth, where it will supplement streetlights at night. Scientist Wu Chengfeng, chief of Tianfu New Area.
What do you mean by it won't light up the entire night sky? Like, it won't be as bright as the sun? Or it won't be as bright as the moon, because you just said it's brighter than the moon.
Here it is. Hang on.
The moon lights up quite a bit of the sky. That's kind of the point.
Well, Wu Chunfeng says its expected brightness in the eyes of human is around in the eyes of humans. Holy crap!
I just assumed you're doing some sort of Asian accent or something. In eyes of human.
In eyes of human is around one. I can't. It's horrible. I'm dressed as Jesus doing a fake Asian accent. I can't do it. Is around 1/5 of normal streetlights. That's the explanation. Won't be as bright as streetlights. It'll be about 1/5 as bright as streetlights.
So you're not putting up new streetlights or putting up an artificial moon. It should be brighter than the streetlights.
New moons could save the city of Chengdu around 1.2 billion won, or yuan, or $173 million in electricity costs annually. I mean, that makes sense. And could even assist first responders during blackouts and natural disasters. If the project proves successful, it could be joined by 3 more additions to the night sky in 2022.
Oh, shit.
Holy
We're getting
cow.
Tatooine moons here.
I mean, it might save you $173 million, but how much are you paying to put this moon up in the sky to begin with?
You're making a moon. It has to be way more expensive than what you're benefiting from it. And yes, my conspiracy antenna is like fully erect right now. Really? We have the technology to make a new moon? Do you think flat Earth people are crazy? Whatever you think there's people who think that the moon is a projection. There's people who think that the moon is like man-made and artificial. There's all these different theories. You can no longer say they're all insane. Like, you can't just say, no, the moon is obviously a thing. It's not man-made.
That's not possible.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore. You're just giving us fodder because you're doing it. Like, you're making a moon.
But much more testing needs done, Wu said, to ensure the plan is viable and will not have detrimental effect on natural environment. Oh, God.
Changing of tides.
We're getting into uncharted territories here.
Right. Here's the thing, and this goes into a completely different realm of theory. If you're putting up these moons, do they have full moons and crescent moons and half moons, stuff like that? Do they get dimmer and lighter, or is it just all on full moon? And if they're always on, if it's always full moon, doesn't that raise some questions with the werewolf population? Doesn't that make them just citizens of society now?
Right. They're not going to know which moon to follow and come out at now.
Yep.
My guess is it's going to be like which you don't subscribe to, but an actual like TV satellite that's so just far enough out that its orbit is exactly in the same spot as the world spins. So when the moon gets behind the Earth, like away from the sun, it's going to be pointing at the Earth, so it's going to always be a full moon. In my opinion, that's probably what's going to happen. So, yeah, werewolves are going to be obviously a problem that we need to address after this.
Not even to mention the problem with currents and tides and women's periods. I'm sure that syncs up somehow with the moon and all these issues that the moon supposedly weighs in on. How does that work? But
so get this. In January, American firm Rocket Lab launched an artificial star into space. Did you hear about this?
No.
But scientists criticize the Humanity Star, as the reflective mini-satellite was dubbed, for contributing to artificial light pollution and cluttering in Earth's orbit. That's the thing that's cluttering Earth's orbit?
Pollution? Yeah, we've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of satellites. But this one's a problem because it's really bright.
It's cluttering the Earth's orbit.
Yep.
There's just not enough room now to put more military-grade satellites up, so we need to take it down.
Military-grade satellites that are never seen on any, I'm not going to get into it, on any footage from any satellite.
I just see, I don't know, there's a lot of more potential for problems or use of, like, militarizing this moon than there is for the $173 million of electricity that the city in China is going to save.
Yeah.
I mean, really, are they having that big of concern over their electricity bill there that they decide, you know what we should do?
You know what would make this bill easier? People could turn off their porch lights if we had a fake moon that lit up the night sky.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One more thought on this. When you see the sun up here in the afternoon or the early noon time, and then you see the moon over there, which is a thing, what are people on the other side of the world saying?